Hotep, welcome in peace. I am Robert Silvermyst, and I shall be thy host for this video. Today we will be starting our run of Salt and Sanctuary. It has been quite a while since I last played this game. Hopefully I'm not too rusty. And this will be my first time actually doing a full playthrough of this game. I've yet to actually beat it because I've always stopped at certain points and ended up getting my interest pulled away by other games. But this is actually a very enjoyable and challenging game to play. So let's start by making our character. Let us give him the handlebar moustache, because moustaches are glorious. And we are going to start out with Popper, going from a mere pauper to royalty. Yes. And we're going to start out with Amber Idol so we can get a nice weapon in the early game. This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally preciously near. We deliver the princess across the sea where a marriage alliance would save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. So let's fail a mission! Let us just outright humiliate ourselves. Hello, princess. Who is that with you? Curious. I never noticed that second person there. Come hither. Let me try. Okay. I don't think I'm ever going to get a hang of parrying. Oh, there it is! And I actually failed that. I had it, and I failed it. I'm gonna die anyways, so... The unspeakable deep. Let us not speak of it, then. Let us get wrecked by it instead. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. I awoke to the sounds of waves washing on the rock, and I knew I was alive. I must find the princess. And not act like Steiner in the search. Princess! Clank, 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 clank. Anyone who has played Final Fantasy IX knows what I'm talking about. Oh, hello there. Stay a while and listen. Or just a fleshy bit of flotsam washed ashore like the rest of us, You'll want shelter. You'll want sanctuary. What is sanctuary without faith? There's an empty sanctuary up at the beach. You can claim it for your creed. Tell me, do you keep the new gods? No, fuck them. You don't keep the new gods. rare. Are you a pilgrim of Devara? Your sort has been dying out for centuries, I'm afraid. Oh yes, yes I am. Followers of the goddess of light worship Devara, deity of humility, kindness, and forgiveness. Her creed is perhaps the oldest known creed, though this could be a consequence of its cleric's meticulous record-keeping. Are you a pilgrim of Devara's light, then? I just said I was. Follower of the goddess of light, your journey will be difficult. Accept this earthen vessel. It will bring Devara's blessing to the vacant sanctuary ahead. Alright, thank you very much. Do you say anything else? You survived the shipwreck, didn't you? The island is full of shipwrecked sailors like you. I stand here on the beach. I see men drown. I see men survive. I never see rescue. Perhaps this island is cursed. But weren't you already thinking that? But have I seen a princess? Perhaps. Perhaps. Why is a princess so important? Living or dead, we are all the same flesh. Maybe I'm your princess. You are one ugly motherfucker if you are a princess. Oh, go find your princess. You know what they say, quests goes a long way in keeping the madness at bay. Sanctuary is simple, but salvation is not. Okay, that was pretty deep. Sanctuary is simple, salvation is not. Let us claim then this sanctuary and destroy the barrels. Barrels are the enemy of all beings. It is a known fact in every single role-playing game. All barrels must be destroyed. 3 red shards and a pouch of salt. Let's do that. Come on. I know you're here. Good undead. Get rid of you first. And now you. It's one thing the undead love to just come up from below and try and take you out from there. Okay, I can't hit him through the floor. Not this weapon, anyway. Some weapons you can actually do that. Oh, the archer decides to come down. Excellent, you just saved me a lot of headache. Oh, there they are. They're just waking up. Well, time for them to go back to sleep. Get rid of you. And take care of both of you. Destroy all barrels. I can't reach those barrels in the background, though. Curses! Oh, I wanted to do the finisher, but oh well. Some enemies you can knock down and get near them, press B, and you'll crush their skull. It is satisfying. Stone Merchant. Kick down the ladder there. What do we have here? Torch and throwing daggers. Down, boy. Good dog. Oh, return. Crossbow bolts. Oh, cannot forget you. You must destroy all the barrels. Red shards. Stone Cleric. We will have need of that, because what I intend to do is I intend to go down focusing on strength and take a few levels in faith just to get the mending and greater mending spells. Get rid of both of you. Now, this is a good grinding area. I'll show you my route later on. As soon as we reach the temporary sanctuary. Yeah, trying to be sneaky, huh? Bandaging ring. This is a must-have for just about anyone. Basically what this does is it reduces wounding effects. As you can see, I've already taken a bit of a wound. And the mouse isn't appearing on screen. Okay. But if you look at my health bar, you'll see that it doesn't quite reach the end of that. That little space between the first bar and the second towards the end, that's a wound. That means my max health has been reduced. So I can't heal beyond that unless I do something to heal the wounding, which you can heal it by resting at a sanctuary or by casting a mending spell. Stone Blacksmith. Now you'll see, as soon as I light this, now it's gone. Now I've got my full max health back. What the mending ring does is it lessens the amount of wounding you get. Every time you take damage, you risk getting a wound. Let's go down here. Open this up. There's the mending spell. Now, I'm going to show you the route, what I usually do for grinding. And I usually grind until I have about 2 to 4,000 salt. So, kill this guy here, because he's, well, right here. Kill these two. These two will rise out from the ground, take care of them. Up here, get rid of this archer. And these guys that appear from the ground. There's one down here. Get rid of these bats. And finally this guy. And that's what I was talking about before, is stomping them in the head. There are a couple creatures you can do that to. Usually the more difficult non-boss creatures. But usually a run like this will get you about 250 to 300 salt. I'm going to pause here to do a bit of grinding, and I will see you back in the sanctuary. And we are back. We've gathered a good little over 3,000 salt, so let's level up. Get ourselves a good 5 levels. And enter the skill tree. So this is where you pick up all of your weapon and magic arts, as well as improve your stats. You can see we have our strength, endurance, dexterity, willpower, magic, and wisdom. Now, since we started off with Popper, we don't have any of the weapons right off the bat. So instead we start off with this, Poultice Pouch. Now, I'll go over a bit of what each stat does. Magic, of course, that's the amount of power you have, the amount of magic power you have, as well as the amount of magic that's basically your magic power. Faith, wisdom, conversely affects your faith spells. Then up here you have dexterity, that improves your dex scaled weapons. It's pretty self-explaining. Same with strength, improves your strengths. Endurance gives you more equipped load, so you're able to equip more with endurance. And finally, willpower. That affects your stamina and your spell focus, as well as increases your drop rate. So the higher your willpower, the better the goods the enemies are most likely going to drop. Now for our build, we are going to work our way up to Sword Fighter. Let's see. Want more willpower, though. Let's see. Here's some pike. Strength. And we're going to need one more in order to get our Sword Fighter 2. Actually, we should be able to do that. Let's pop this. Yes. Level up. And get Sword Fighter 2. This will allow us to create the weapon we want once we finally get to the augmenting side of things, which will be later on in the playthrough. Definitely not in this one. Or rather, not in this episode. Right now, however, we have a boss to take down. And there are a couple ways you can take on this boss. I prefer to do it the super cheesy way, which is throwing fire pots and grenades at him. Because you can outright destroy this boss with those. It's a little trick I found the first time I played through it. The boss can be a bit tricky for when you are first tackling the game, but oh, you're trying to be tricky there. I don't like it. And I whiffed that jump. Let's try that again. Get our fire pot ready. The Sodding Knights. We are about to tell him to sod off. And just look at that damage. He's already almost dead. Poke. And you're gone. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was how you cheese the first boss. And we got our Sodding Knight's ashes for our troubles, as well as a key. That's going to unlock the next area, which we are going to go right into doing. Here's our fortress key. And talk tonight, bro. Greetings, traveler. Do you have a quest? Why, yes. It is to seek the Holy Grail. Rescuing a princess, huh? That as well. I haven't seen any princesses, but don't lose hope, friend. Anyways, it's good to have a quest. Would you like to know what mine is? Yeah, sure. Excellent. My quest is to invade the castle to the east, defeat its guardians, and slay the dragon. Castles must be invaded, and dragons must be slain, mustn't they? I'd prefer castles weren't invaded, but dragons must be slain, yes. Getting into this castle is a different story. There's a bridge to it, but it's missing bits. There's another way in, but it's not easy. I saw a passage beneath the fortress you just emerged from. Perhaps it leads to a village of sorts. That was a shortcut that connected to the beach and to the village, but it's been barred. Think you can unlock it? I've heard something about a jester. The jester knows a way to get places no one else can. It's easy to claim something until you actually back up your claims. You're just a rumor monger. And okay, let's grab this. And there's another black pearl. And that was not it. There we go. Awakening. That was not where I wanted to go. I've forgotten that brings you to the last place you rested, not to the last sanctuary you were at. Let's go straight for the last sanctuary. And let's level up. Pop a couple of these. not quite enough. Let's make a few offerings. Get a merchant in there. And the stone blacksmith. We don't really need the stone cleric. Not now. And let's see what to take next. And let's work our way to getting this so that we can start using mend. Okay, that will do it for this episode. If you liked our playthrough, go ahead and leave a like, comment if you want. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, Sinet be, and fare thee well.